brought to you by Rocket Mortgage. Game 3, the Nuggets and the Jazz. Starting lineups and a new addition for the Jazz. Mike Conley.
You know, I got a lot of love for Mike being one, an Ohio State alumni, of course.
Oh,
but,
what a shock.
It's all
to begin the ball game. Drop it off. And Gobert able to hammer. The first one was an overtime win. And that was Denver and Jamal Murray, who opens with the react. Get your team into a panic mode when the series is 1-1. Murray springs free. It drops in the three. The screens to do it.
Well, I love the patience as a player whose play is called for.
Which means he's going right through the defense. Royce O'Neal doesn't want it. Mike Conley does. His three is perfect. A rebound. Ingles to Mitchell. Good.
Allow Donovan Mitchell to get right behind him. Easy pass. Easy play for Don.
Utah's targeting him defensively as a young player. Ingles, another lob this time.
When you want to break down the defense, give up dribble penetration. Now you have to help right now for the Jazz in the playoffs.
Jokic on Gobert. No double coming. Spins away to the baseline.
Time to play this game today.
Gobert and Jim is staring at the window.
No, or out the cigar bar.
The dive cut. Torrey Craig, Jeremy Grant, and Nikola Jokic. And the wing three perfectly. Gobert. He has been the roller repeatedly. Got his own miss. Rudy Gobert. And look at this.
When you see the lob, the lob inside to Gobert, actively getting the offensive rebound. Coaches can do.
Gobert couldn't grab the rebound, but here comes Mitchell in motion. Donovan Mitchell all the way to the iron to put it up and in. And Jokic with the rake and take. And right down the lane after the delivery from the Clarkson going off just yet. He's trying to get himself going, and there is defensively. Drop it into Gobert again. He flips it up and in. Difference game shot clock. Jamal Murray. Downhill
Beautiful.
on Gobert, right to the rim. Against a Rudy Gobert, he went right by him.
Well, you do see it if he's that far out on the.
Clarkson, the second unit for Utah. Clarkson on a reload three and drop.
Force Jordan Clarkson to shoot over the top of you. Once you go for that pump fake, it's just money in the bank.
They need two. They are playing wonderfully again today. Conley for three. Mike Conley again, wide open three.
The rhythm is there, but the lack of defensive pressure. I could knock down that shot and actually executing their offensive sets to perfection to get the kind of high-quality shots they're looking for.
To the time, and here's Murray on the floor balance, missing the layup. Porter Jr. met him. You see Denver scrambling on D, but the man closest to the basket. One more time. They've got to stop interim goals for Denver. Try to get to single digits before halftime. Get to something manageable.
Just go get it. You see it in spurts, but you just don't see it consistently with Jokic because he's such a team player.
Gobert's going to have a double-double by halftime. Clarkson dropping it off again for your defense.
Well, but when Jokic is back in the lane, that allows Jordan Clarkson freedom to get.
Jamal Murray kicking out to Michael Porter Jr. That on this end of deal with his center matchup. Mike Conley.
Matchups, and right now the Utah Jazz feel they match up, as we see, extremely well, and they're able to exploit some mismatches that they do have.
The Yang on the drive and flipping it up.
Gobert inside.
Donovan Mitchell likes that Porter Jr. matchup. His
in the playoffs against this Denver team.
Millsap three. And you're saying, is it really 22? Yes, it is. The Yang catch and shoot. He dropped. Jokic on the ISO. And he'll just shoot over Gobert. It out straight to Jeremy Grant. Millsap. And he took Mitchell. Under 20 is so important. Murray off the Jokic feed. And 2 for 1. And Millsap hits it. Down to 5. Conley's got Jokic on the switch. The step back three. Good. Finished on an 11-3 run. Jokic a very deep three. And
you're in this line of sight, he'll get it to you.
Ingles stopped. Mike Conley.
Speaking of which.
No look pass to Jokic. Better pass to Grant in the corner. Beautiful.
He's intelligent enough to know to get himself on balance and then make the play.
Donovan Mitchell has had finals as the trailer. Royce O'Neal catch and shoot. The wrist surgery.
And it took some time, too, for this team to kind of make the adjustment. Beautiful middle pick and roll. He attracts so much from the defense. Now you on offense have to make the adjustment and speak. He's providing the much-needed offensive threat from behind.
To be capable of. Jeremy Grant backing it up. He stayed out of foul trouble, so Gobert has been a menace to the Denver defense. Clarkson trying to get downhill on Monte Morris, and there's Gobert again.
Gobert was able to be open right in the middle.
Murray, little. Clarkson, speed and quickness, and there's Gobert again. Clarkson on Porter, and putting it up and in. Utah brilliance to deal with. Monte Morris either rebounding or defense or energy level or something. And the hang.
On and off the court.
Oh, Jokic threw it right to Mitchell, the former slam dunk champion. Lead. And Denver takes time. 30 spot for the Jazz. Scintillating overtime game in game one. Series will be 2-1, but it's going to feel like you're down 10-1.
Well, but even
Conley playing beat the clock, and that tip more frantic, and instead it's like Jazz were brilliant in game two, and they just built on it here. And
you see something in him that says, you know what, we may need that spark in the next game early on. Good shots, but the turnovers early led to fast break opportunities. Had some good shots, but the turnovers early led to fast break opportunities. Our rim protector, finisher, offensive rebounder. That's the value.
Alarm bells are going to go off a little bit more being down 2-1 here as Plumlee hammers.
To feel a lot more confident, especially the younger players, of not playing in pressurized situations.
Everyone wants to go crazy on the lottery, and believe me, you get great players, but answered a really key question there, because with Ingles and Royce O'Neal as wings,
you look at starting Jeremy Grant.
And a nice fun with no travel and nowhere to go because you're with your teammates. Bol, he was the tout for the postseason. And didn't we say size and shooting? What if it comes in the same guy?
Hey, different game, bro. It's funny, when his father was in Golden State and Nelly was the coach.
He's hoping to repeat and get it for the third consecutive year.
Well, I think the issue in the paint the other, but he also rebounds at a much higher.
Was it a stat or something that said that Marcus Smart wasn't in the top, wasn't included in
year?
Yeah, extremely difficult to do both. But as a professional, as what you look at it, Marcus Smart is one of those guys.
Jazz, they lose game one, bounce back impressively in games 2 and 3.
They're handling your business, coming in, understanding what the game plan, your veteran leader at point guard back.